There's an insane farm tactic in Valhalla right now that you can only do for a few more days before it will likely be fixed with that new update. So I will tell you how to do it, because with this you can almost double your resources and it only costs you just some money, which you can of course easily get from the beggar farm. So let's get into it. A like on the video would of course really help me out. And let's go. Before we get into it, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Pascal's Wager, a new Souls-like RPG that is now making its way to Steam with an 8.9 user score on Metacritic. And the game has some fun twists. You namely play with multiple characters that you can switch between out of combat. You start with Terrence, who is kind of the jack of all trades with a sword and cane, but very quickly unlock Norwood, who can swing this massive coven around and also block incoming attacks with it. There are 5 characters in total, all with their own unique weapons and playstyle and their own skill tree with abilities to unlock, and you can even spec them differently too, so you have a character ready for every powerful boss you will encounter along the way. There's also this sanity mechanic, where the longer you play a certain character, the more insane he or she becomes, and this gives you then some debuffs like lowering your max health or dodge distance, but in exchange, your damage is greatly increased. So it's kinda a risk-reward thing. We are pleasantly surprised by this game. It's $20 or £18 with 10% off if you get it before March 26th. All the DLC is included, so totally check it out via the special link in the video description. Dennis, the Souls-like pro here on the channel, will be streaming the game on twitch.tv/JorRaptor. A link to that also in the video description. Thanks to Pascal's Wager for sponsoring the video. Really helps me improve the channel. And now let's get back into it. So this farm tactic is all about the Spartan bow, and there's another weapon that you can use as well, and using both will give you double the results, but more on that a little later. Let's focus on the Spartan bow first. You likely already got it right, otherwise you can go to the Ubisoft Connect section of the game, go to rewards and then claim it there. Not sure if the tactic will then still work, but more on that near the end of the video. Let's first explain what you need to do. So for me, it worked every time, and I helped Joyce successfully do it as well, and I know many people in the Discord were able to do it too. So what is going on with the Spartan bow is that it decreased in quality. First it would be mythical, but after the recent update it went back to superior and actually continues to be superior. So Brandon reached out to me via the input@joraptor.com email address with this tactic. You can of course reach out to me via that email as well if you found something, and you really want to make sure that you do it step by step to get it right. Of course, as always with tactics like these, make sure that you make a manual save before you do anything like it, so you can always go back to a state before trying the tactics. So first, I unequip my bow, so I have no bow in the ranged slot, and then I go upgrade the Spartan bow from superior to the mythical status at the blacksmith. Now go to your inventory, to the ranged slot, and then you will see the Spartan bow there, which is mythical. And then in this sort of equipment window, where you see the other bows as well, you want to upgrade it as far as possible. But it doesn't matter if you don't have enough resources for all the upgrades, just go as far as you can. Then you want to put runes on the bow, but again, do it in this ranged equipment window. Don't do it in the other window, like you need to be able to see the other bows too. Then after putting all 3 runes on it and after upgrading it, we want to go to Asgard. So you obviously need to be quite far already. You need to have unlocked the Seer's Hut and have been to Asgard and actually completed one of the missions there. So then you are able to wake up and return to the settlement. So if you are able to do that, we want to drink the potion and then teleport to the realm. You will now notice when you are in Asgard that the bow is from your ranged slot, and you want to check on the Spartan bow again in the inventory menu. It's back to the superior quality. Don't equip it, but hover over it so you lose the exclamation mark. And now you will also see that your resources have returned, your iron ore, your leather, but also your tungsten and nickel. The only thing you lost from doing this tactic is some money, but again, you can easily get that back from the beggar glitch. Okay, so now we have an empty ranged slot, no exclamation mark from the Spartan bow, and then we want to wake up and go back to the settlement. If you then check your inventory, you should actually have double the amount of resources. So basically the amount of resources you spent on upgrading the bow will now be given to you twice. And now you can just do this farm tactic over and over again and get an unlimited amount of resources to upgrade all your gear and weapons very easily. Although again, it might not work for you. I know that this works for a lot of people, but I also know that some are having trouble getting it to work. And that might have to do with the Spartan bow. If you already have it for a while, then you can likely make it work. But if you don't have it yet and still need to get it from the Ubisoft Connect, then I don't know if it will work for you. As I said before though, totally give it a shot, like you're not losing anything from trying it. It also might have to do with the mythical worlds. If you did not finish those yet, then this tactic might not work. But totally let me know if it worked for you or if it did not work for you in the comments down below, so we can kind of help each other. You overall just want to make sure that you really follow the steps that I mentioned in this video, and I will also put a step-by-step guide in the video description. And you can get even more out of this farm if you also have the Moonlight Axe, and this was a reward for watching one of the pre-launch Ubisoft streams. So if you, for example, watched my live reaction of the Ubisoft Forward event, then you maybe got it. Either way, doing the exact same tactic, so upgrading the rarity, putting runes on it, upgrading the sort of upgrade level, while also doing that with the bow, will let you get even more resources per run. You basically double the amount per run, which is insane. Totally subscribe, of course, for way more Valhalla content. A new big update is coming very soon. I will tell you everything you need to know. A like on the video would really help me out. And totally check out that video on the money farm, for if you're not familiar yet. You also got a few more days to do that, because I totally think it will be fixed with the new updates too. You can watch it by clicking on the screen, or I will link to it at the end of our photo mode showcase that we of course like to do here at the end of every Valhalla video. You can send in your shots via the JorRaptor hashtag on Twitter or via my dedicated pictures channel on Discord. And you can join the Discord via the link in the pinned comment. Be sure you accept the rules and then you are able to post. Okay, Joyce, come in. You selected, of course, 3 shots from the community. So as always, I'm curious, which one did you select this time?
What's up, everyone? First up is Michael over on Discord, who caught Eivor doing something sneaky on camera. The enemy lying defeated on the ground while Eivor looks up straight into the lens with the Valkyrie mask. It's actually quite comical, like, what?
Yeah, oh, did you catch that? Oh, sorry.
Nicely done. Next is Jakester over on Twitter, who created this magical shot of a gigantic tree with an interesting color pattern in the air. He definitely played around with the effects in the photo mode editor, or is it a hallucination? I can't quite tell. The flowers that surround the tree and the fog in the air gives this very mysterious vibe, but also very pretty. And finally, we've got EarthRocker40 over on Discord, who brought an underworld effect into England with this dark and brooding shot, and Eivor looking at the view. I think the creator used a dark red color scheme here, and the sun is trying to come out through the clouds. Gives me Odyssey Atlantis DLC feels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Hades sort of area, right?
Yes.
I totally get that. Yeah, really, really well done. So thanks everyone, of course, for sharing your shots and send them our way, and then maybe you will be in the next video. Subscribe for way more Valhalla content, and of course, check out our previous video by clicking on the screen. For now, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.
Goodbye.